What's going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and today I'm here doing my best Zoella impression, bringing you guys a Comic-Con 2015 haul. That's my dog. Today I have a bunch of things that I picked up at San Diego Comic-Con. It was a lot of fun, insanely busy, insanely crazy. On Saturday, I felt like I was a freaking cow being herded through the stables into the pens of death because it was that sweaty, gross, crowded, and yucky, but the booths themselves were pretty darn awesome. Lots of sights and spectacles to behold and lots of things for sale. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. An eclectic mix of things, but it is a very Funko heavy fun time, so I hope you're prepared for that. But before we get started, I could use your help. Let me know what your favorite thing is in this video down in the comments below. I have a really hard time picking a favorite, so I could use your help, and I'm curious to know which item you guys think is the coolest. So when you see it, type it out, let me know, and we'll see what wins the day as the best thing from Comic-Con 2015. The first one we'll start off with is this exclusive, gigantic XL Dorbz Batman with the blue suit, which was the Comic-Con exclusive. The Dorbz line is like Funko's new thing. They're adorable Funko characters, and this just released. I actually have a bunch of the small ones I'm going to be unboxing, which I really like, but the big version of him, 6 inches of superhero glory, I could not refuse. This was my #1 pickup from the Funko booth, which, let me tell you, Funko has gotten insane. Like, Funko is massive beyond belief. I don't know how many figures they release per year, but they have to be making like millions of dollars because that was everywhere. Resellers of Funko Pops, the actual Funko booth would close down early every day. They had to pass out tickets to even get in line, let alone buy anything. It was crazy. I have one more of the giant Dorbz though, and I can't decide which one I like more. Batman, I think, is my favorite just because of my allegiance to like the Arkham games and whatnot in the movies, but this happy Groot with moss on him is pretty darn awesome. I don't know if you can see these so well. There's a lot of glare, but hopefully you can get a good look. And I know it's kind of silly, but I'm not taking them out because I want them to look super sweet in their boxes on my shelves. And eventually one day, maybe when everything, you know, falls apart, I can sell them all for like $1 billion or something. Let's change course and go with a t-shirt. This is from Tokidoki. If you don't know what Tokidoki is, they are, I love Tokidoki. They're so freaking adorable, and I get kind of like, I don't want to say shamed, but definitely like weird looks when I talk about how much I love a lot of the Tokidoki stuff because they use a lot of pastels, a lot of pretty colors, a lot of happy stuff. I've got a backpack full of sea creatures and mermaids and whatnot from them, but they create some super fun stuff as well. You've seen some of the Tokidoki blind boxes. We've done like a couple of the Marvel Frenzies and different stuff. That's from Tokidoki. The Unicornos are from Tokidoki. In fact, I actually got the new Series 4 Unicornos that will open up in a blind box video at some point from Tokidoki with kind of probably the most colorful and best grouping of unicorns yet. If this grabs in focus there instead of my face, can you see? Yes, you can. Look at all those guys. Like a toucan. But this shirt was from their booth, I believe. I don't know if it's an exclusive or not. It looks gigantic right now, but it's not really. It's their new partnership with, I think you say it like Onitsuka Tiger or Onitsuka Tiger, and this is the Salaryman character and a bunch of weird tigers. I like that it was sort of white and black, and then that very cool like teal-ish color that Diamond Supply Co. uses on a lot of their stuff. You can see the little accent, so I really thought that was cool. I picked up one more shirt from them as well. This one's more of a standard design, but I just wanted it. These aren't shirts that I would wear all the time, but more, I guess, around the house or on vacation, because this one's pretty crazy. It says Kaiju. It looks like it's in some like Japanese writing, but it's actually in English, and then it has this giant Godzilla creature. They're really soft, really nice shirts, and I just really like Tokidoki quite a bit. Got one more thing from their booth, which is this beautiful, this is near and dear to my heart, and you might think this is incredibly goofy, but it's pretty beautiful to me, which is Palette. And she is their new rainbow kitty cat character, and I think she's pretty freaking awesome. I kind of want to take her out the box and put her on my shelf, but since I'm considering a move in the near future, I am even more reluctant to open stuff up. Because, man, getting all this, you can see there's a little bit of wear and tear. Like, I had to buy a separate suitcase just for all my Comic-Con stuff to bring back, and I tried my darndest to package it with bubble wrap and cardboard and whatnot to keep it safe, but inevitably in travel, they're like throwing those suitcases around like they're banana peels, and it did incur a little bit of hurt, and I feel sad about that. But when I actually moved, getting all these figures from here to California, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to ship them, bring them with me. Maybe I should just drive a car full of Funko and fragile things. I don't know, but this is not a toy. This is collectible art. It says right there in the bottom. So I believe it says somewhere like not for children 14 and under, or some like really ridiculous thing, which makes no sense. Let's change course yet again. This box. It's a shoe box of all sorts of superstar glory. You've got SpongeBob on the front, and of course you have SpongeBob on the inside. This one we can actually take out because it's not sealed or anything. This is from a company called Bait, which I'd never heard of, but they had a pretty big booth, and I really love SpongeBob, and so Gangster SpongeBob here, he's looking pretty darn awesome and hardcore, and it's a sizable figure, as you can see. I don't know what this is, like 6 inches or something like that, and I really like him. It's made out of like rubber-ish stuff. It's not like vinyl. You can squeeze it like a sponge should be, right? I used to have a talking, singing SpongeBob like thing that you'd press the button. I don't know, it sat on your desk. It wasn't a bank or anything, but you'd press the button, it would like sing songs and say quotes. A free pair of socks with every purchase was the most repeated quote. My brother Jake got it for me for my birthday when he was really little. Like, he bought it with his own money from Blockbuster, I believe, when that was a thing. And that was like one of my favorite birthday gifts. And I accidentally tore his leg because he was like gushy because he'd move. I don't know, it was really epic. Not as epic as, well, more epic than this, but this comes close. So Gangster SpongeBob is pretty darn awesome. Also picked up some blind boxes while I was out there. I stopped at Disneyland to get a few of these guys. So they had some interesting Vinylmation at the big Disney store in downtown Disney. Avengers, which will be a fun series to open up at some point. Brand new Peter Pan, which has like the most amazing box art I think I've seen, like so artistically done. Vinylmation, while they're very expensive and sometimes look ridiculous, they have like the highest production values, and a really cool new Star Wars series that actually has characters I'm pretty interested in. I'll give you an up close look at that. Focus, please. There we go. You can see there's some interesting aliens and whatnot, and looks like a good assortment of guys. Hopefully we can pick up somebody cool. Han Solo, Leia, TIE Fighter pilot, Jabba, Sand Trooper, etc., so on and so forth. One more blind box I picked up from a separate booth. This is called Thimble Tump Hollow. Is that really what it says? Thimble Tump? Thimble Time? I don't know. Either way, it's these really crazy guys. And I saw them out at the booth and they looked absolutely awesome. So you can see here like some really clever aliens and creatures and whatnot. So I think those will be pretty fun. I got a couple of each of these for a video in the future. Back on the Funko kick though, this is a 6-inch Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street, which is adorable. It almost looks like it's furry, and I kind of wish it was, but it's not. I didn't even know. Look at that. On the back, they have a 6-inch Big Bird that I didn't even know exists. Funko is so dangerous, and I've gotten in this really bad collecting habit lately where I'm ordering so many of them, and it's kind of like once you pop, the Funko don't stop. That's a horrible joke, but I just can't stop getting them. The coolest purchase of all, though, I don't know why I waited for the 7-minute mark to show this to you guys, but maybe you've seen the main Final Fantasy dude or designer guy, or created the look of Final Fantasy as you know it, with all like the buckles and straps and androgynous people. Nomura, he made a Batman figure with Square Enix, and it looks so sick. I'd never seen it in person until Comic-Con, and they were selling it there early. I don't think you can get this online yet, but this is the Play Arts Batman #1 Nomura figure, and you probably can't even see what's going on. I might do a separate video of this just because it's so epic and has a bunch of pieces, and it's like one of those buildable figures. It's huge, but I'll put a link or you can go look it up. But this Batman is just ridiculous. They had a Joker designed by Nomura, Harley Quinn, but the Batman is the most insane, and this is the crazy one where he went all out and gave him all sorts of like claws and wings and horns and spikes and just made Batman all super JRPG'd out. And he looks freaking amazing. The packaging is so dang shiny you can't even really, there's no good angle like to show you this guy, but he's super awesome. And I'll just open it up. I'm not really interested in keeping this one in its packaging. A lot of the stuff people are like, oh my god, don't open it because it could be worth something. And I'm not really like that. The main reason I keep the Funkos in the packaging, to be honest with you, is because I think the boxes look really sweet. Like, we'll take a look at another Funko here. This is Rocket and Potted Groot, which is an exclusive from the convention. And you can see, if you look real close, he's got a tiny baby Groot, which is so freaking cute with Rocket. But the packaging just looks so good. Not only because it has the character in sort of a cartoonized form, which I love, but it tells you who it is, and they can then match up series-wise based on, like, hey, here's all my Guardians of the Galaxy characters, here's all my Sesame Street characters, here's all my Batman characters, here's all my, you know, Marvel characters or whatnot, and eventually in my future mansion, where I will have a Funko display room with all of my Epic figures, it'll be nice to put them on the wall. I've seen though these Epic like collector cases that are like shelves in the wall for Funko Pops, but you have to take them out of the box, and then they just stand up, and there's like a plastic guard that slides in front. It's really freaking cool, and I would love those, but at the same time, I kind of want to keep them in their boxes because I think it adds more of a pristine look. And then the important question is like, once they're either in their box or out of their box, do you organize them alphabetically, by release date, by character, by series, by color? How do you do it? Even this, my gosh, it's like reflecting my shirt crazy. But we'll take off the... I swear this is like been in some super strange plastic storage bin for ages. It reeks. I don't know if I've grown to love that plasticky smell or if it's still terrible, but this sound. All the pieces are falling out. Okay, but I'm gonna get out the main Batman because the main body of him is together. We don't need a second one. I'm just gonna show this to you now. He is so freaking sick though. Oh my gosh. All right, so all his pieces and stuff are falling apart, his hands and whatever, but this is the main dude. Sizable figure, smells like if a pool and Chuck E. Cheese got together and had a child. This is so awesome, and I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it super well. I'm gonna try to get the focus there. He doesn't have all of his claws and stuff. Those will all attach to his back. The cape is like a weird plasticky, rubbery cloth material. He has all these points of articulation and whatnot. He can be posed in plenty of different ways, and it's just like if Batman was like created by someone on Final Fantasy drugs, which is basically what this Batman was. I think he's really epic, and he's got, as you can see, giant wings that will attach onto him. At one point, I'll probably post on Instagram or whatever. There's even tons of little batarangs in here. Look at that, like mini batarangs. Whoa, almost crushed my art prints that I'm about to show you. But you can see here. Come on, focus in. What is it trying to focus on? They're too tiny, but you can. Oh, there we go. Like little mini batarangs and stuff, tons of little accessories for this guy. That will be awesome once he's finally built. But yeah, he is super cool, super expensive. I don't even want to say how much this guy cost because it was ridiculous. But I just saw it and I was like, man, oh man, I love Batman. I love video games. I love figures. This is perfect. A couple more Funkos that we had here. This is the Golden C-3PO, one of my favorites that I got just because it's so freaking shiny. I actually ended up getting a couple of these for my brother's best friend and his younger brother because they are obsessed with Star Wars. They're not obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, but this is a Golden Frieza from one of the movies, and I just thought it was super awesome. The gold, again, just looks really cool, and you got the weird glare, but there, you can see him. Again, like, it's so much better in the box. And then they're like in their own little house. You don't have to worry about them getting cold or wet or their heads ripped off. Changing course, this is an awkward animal. It's a stuffed animal. It's a giraffe with a giant posable neck. I wish I had my brothers here. You can find it on his Instagram, Inner Shadow Games' YouTube channel. I think his Instagram is just Inner Shadow. Anyways, it's a rhino with an oversized head, and so the head can sit on a shelf and then his body just hangs. It's brilliant. So I got the best one for my brothers. I try to do that. Like if I see something really cool, a lot of times I'll get the best thing for other people now instead of just hoarding it all for myself. And then I got Noah a crazy like loopy panda that sits on its head upside down. Its tongue sticking out. It's awesome. And then I got this giraffe with a giant neck just because I thought it was pretty awesome. Awkward animals in general, awkwardanimal.com. They've got a lot of really sweet stuff. There's an octopus, a turtle, a bunch of really awesome things. Sticking in the plush realm, this is a Greedo exclusive dog toy. I think it was exclusive. I don't know. Either way, I had to have Smush Nose Greedo. He does squeak. It's a pretty freaking loud squeaker, like it belongs on Sesame Street or something. I don't think my dog will play with this. She's too small and not really interested in that squeaky stuff. But I just liked it as a plush in of itself, as like a weird smushed-faced Greedo. Let's move to the art print side of things. These are epic, and I can't even pronounce his name, so I feel very bad. It's Minion Moi on Instagram though. Minion, like minions. M-I-N-I-O-N, moi, M-O-I, like me in French, or etsy.com/shop/minionme shop. His name is Chris, and he created the sickest prints I have seen in a long time. They were amazing. He had individual characters done up in Minion style, so like Disney characters, video game characters, movie characters in Minion style, and then there were some compilation pieces, which is where I focused my dollars. This is the Pokemon one. You got Snorlax, Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Magnemite, Squirtle, Jigglypuff, Dugtrio, Togepi. Who's in the top there? Oh, Mew. which is really, really awesome. And I just thought this was freaking so cool. Gonna get this framed and put up in my office at some point. We'll set that down. I'm really glad these didn't bend at all. I managed to bring them home safely. I bought like a poster board that kids would make like science fair projects on and stuffed these in the middle of that and then folded it into my suitcase, which was smart. The next one, possibly my favorite, if you know like the studio, I always forget if it's Ghibli or Ghibli, Studio Ghibli movies, Miyazaki movies. This is a montage of all the characters from that. So you've got like Spirited Away, Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, Princess Mononoke, and the rest of the cast. They're still in Minion style, but it's a little bit less obvious that it's Minion style than the Pokemon one, and then even less obvious that it's Minion style. I guess that's pretty Minion-esque, especially like Howl and Yubaba and people like that. Mononoke looks pretty... Yeah, No Face obviously isn't, but whatever. But then the last one is a Super Smash Bros. Print that they look more like thumb characters than minions because they retained their own skin color. But this picture is freaking amazing. Can't wait to get this framed. It's hard to find really unique, cool Nintendo art. A lot of it looks just so standard and like something you'd print off of their website, and this one is like an amazingly epic, unique compilation. There's my forehead peeking now. Hey, forehead. I'm trying to make sure you guys are seeing all of this, but it's so freaking cool, and the detail on this is incredible. I love like chunky little Bowser, Thumb Mega Man. You've got all the characters from the new Smash Bros. So it's Pac-Man, Sonic, Villager, Wii Fit Trainer is somewhere. I think Wii Fit Trainer is like one of the funniest looking ones. Where is Wii Fit Trainer in this smorgasbord? There's Mega Man, Ganondorf. Oh, Wii Fit Trainer is over with Rosalina on the side there, looking mighty ridiculous. But I think this is like a freaking incredible art print. I wish it was the original because I just kind of get weird like that. But that is so sick, and I'm so glad I have those. A few more things to go here. This one got bent up in transition, but it is really cool. And this is another convention exclusive. It's a Funko Exclusive NBA Set. So we've got Dwayne Wade and Steph Curry. And I'm not really into Dwayne Wade at all, but that Steph Curry exclusive looking pretty good. He should have been chewing his mouth guard. I wish he had like a little mouth guard accessory. There's D Wade. But Steph Curry, convention exclusive. Some of this stuff isn't that hard to get, honestly. Like if you're really interested in one of these, just search it on eBay. They're not that expensive. I mean, they're more than retail, but it wasn't like $70, $80, $90, $100. You should be able to get a lot of these for like 25 bucks or whatnot if you're interested. The last thing I have is these Star Wars 3D wall lights. I thought they were really cool. They looked great lit up at the booth. They're going to be releasing in stores this Christmas, but then I just thought it'd be cool to have them early. Each day they had a new 2-pack. So first it was Luke and Leia, then it was Vader and Stormtrooper, then it was R2 and C-3PO, and then I think Chewbacca and Han Solo was the 4th day. I really wanted Vader and Stormtrooper, but they had a limited amount per day, and literally, I kid you not, the lady in front of me got the last one of the day, so I had to wait for the next day, come back for C-3PO and R2, but they're not bad in their own right, and there's going to be a bunch of other characters, Boba Fett and whatnot later on. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some with Episode 7 once that releases, but they're really cool. They've got like a sticker that goes around them, they light up. Just thought it was a really awesome idea overall. I think that's everything. It's really hard to pick a favorite thing. That Batman is super sweet, but I really like the art prints as well, and then some of the Funko figures like the giant Batman, man. This guy, like I said, like I think he's so epic. I kind of want to order another one and take it out of the box and have one in box, one out of box, but that's a crazy person talking. So hopefully you got a crazy amount of fun with this video. That will wrap up my Comic-Con haul. Let me know your favorite thing I got in the comments down below, which one you think is the coolest. I'm curious to know. Hit that thumbs up button if you had fun today. Have a fantastic day yourself, and until next time, guys and girls, thanks again. Drink so much chocolate. We'll see you all later.